Hi there, welcome to my channel, Invest for Income. And so I'd like to give you guys an update on my portfolio. As you can see, here's the value of my portfolio, over 300,000 currently. And today was a great day in the market. As you guys can see, the market is up. And of course, I'm still making dividends, just about a little bit over $5,600 per month in dividends on a monthly basis. And there's the annualized dividends. As you guys can see, a little bit over $68,000 on an annual basis. So if we look into this analytics, my goal is to hit $120,000 on an annual basis. So according to this information here, there's an estimation that I should reach that goal by a little bit over 2 years. So if things keep going the way they're going, and I keep investing $1,000 a week, I should reach that goal in a little bit over 2 years. 2 years and 42 days to be exactly, according to this estimate. Now, it may be accurate or it may be slightly inaccurate, but nonetheless, it kind of gives you an idea of when I should reach that goal that I set. And of course, as soon as I reach it, I will increase the goal. And so today I'd like to talk to you guys also about my two largest positions, which is Spyi and Qqqi. So let's go over to my actual portfolio. Here's my actual Robinhood portfolio. We're going to open that up. And so as you guys can see here, we're at 0.60% in the green today. And here is Spyi, which is one of my largest positions, or one of my largest holdings here in my portfolio. And one of the reasons I wanted to show you Spyi from NEOS is that it is very close to hitting its 52-week high. It is currently priced at $52.21. And if we scroll down here, we can see what its 52-week high is. According to this information here, as you guys can see, hopefully you can see it, it says 52-week high. The 52-week high is $52.78. So it is fairly close to hitting its 52-week high. So it's just been increasing in value since I bought it. Currently, as you guys can see, I am in the positive here, or total return is a little bit over $5,000. So if I sell it now, I make $5,000. But of course, why would I sell it when it's already paid me in dividends over $3,000, because it pays $1,000 per month, or that's what it's been paying me. So if we scroll down here, let's look at show all history. Let's go to dividends. So as you guys can see, June, July, and August, all a little bit over $1,000. And soon, I suppose, towards the end of the month here in September, it should pay me another $1,000. So it'll be $4,000 in dividends and just about $5,000 in appreciation, turning out to be $9,000 just in this ETF. Now, a lot of people have mentioned that they don't really like this ETF because it pays small dividends. And so on average, Spyi pays about 50 cents per month. And that's very consistent. It pays 50 cents per month. Basically, I can say that every month you're going to get paid 50 cents if you own this ETF. And so the reason why I own this ETF is because it pays a decent amount for me. 50 cents a month is a good amount. And it tracks the S&P 500, which is also very important, because I want my portfolio overall to look like the S&P 500. So there's price appreciation here. So those are the benefits. It tracks the S&P 500. It pays a decent enough dividend. And there's price appreciation. Of course, there are other benefits to owning this ETF. It's tax efficient. And let me show you guys just how close it's tracking the index. I have a comparison here. As you guys can see, this is the 1-year comparison. The purple line is the S&P 500 and the blue line is Spyi. So as you guys can see, it does lag behind the S&P 500, but it's fairly tracking it fairly well, as you guys can see. And so I imagine that if the S&P 500 continues in this rally, right, if the market continues to go up, well, Spyi will follow. It's going to follow at a distance, but still, it's going to follow the S&P 500. It's going to follow Spyi. And so will Spyi surpass its 52-week high? If things keep going the way they're going, I believe eventually this will surpass its 52-week high. And so I assume that the market is really rallying since about maybe a week ago, or about a week ago. As you guys can see, it's this whole rally up right here. And my assumption is that it's rallying because of the expected rate cuts. So the expectation of the rate cuts coming in, I believe it's on the 15th or 16th, 17th, somewhere around there. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure they're going to cut rates, and that should be a positive for the stock market. And that's probably why it's been rallying ever since they announced that. Well, they didn't specifically announce that they are going to cut rates, but the percentage of that they're going to cut rates is very high. And so there's a lot of optimism because of that. And so probably Spyi will surpass its 52-week high if things keep going the way they're going. Now let's look at Qqqi. It's basically the same story. As you guys can see, I'm in the green here for over $5,000. So if I sell it now, I make over $5,000. But as I said with Spyi, why would I sell it if it's paying me a dividend? And so if we look at the past dividends that it's paid me, go to dividends. As you guys can see, in the month of June, it paid me $1,232.53. Another $1,250 in July, and in August, $1,234. So my assumption is that in September, I should be making about, a little bit over $1,200 on this ETF, because Qqqi on average pays about 60 cents per month. So, and as I mentioned before, lots of people don't like the fact that these pay smaller dividends. But because they pay smaller dividends, they have greater appreciation. And that's why these are the two largest positions in my portfolio, because I want to track the major indexes. And while I'm tracking the major indexes, I want to get paid something. Now, some people may say, well, why don't you just own the index? Why don't you just buy Spyi? Why don't you just buy Qqqi? Well, the reasons I don't, own those directly is because they don't pay a monthly dividend. They do pay a dividend on a quarterly basis, but I need money every month. I need to get paid every month from these ETFs. And so for me, these are paying a good amount. They're tracking the major indexes, so there's appreciation, and that's what I'm looking for. And so also, I have been switching over to a lot of these new Roundhill ETFs. This is the NVIDIA Roundhill ETF instead of the Yieldmax one. So I own them both. I owned also the Yieldmax version, but I'm going to see how these work out. Okay, the one I'm really anticipating in purchasing is WPay. Let's look up WPay. WPay. the Roundhill Weekly Pay Universe ETF. And so, as you guys can see here so far, because of the rally in the market, this has been doing quite well. Currently, in the past week, it's up 3.49%, about $1.78 up in the past week. And I'm looking forward to buying this. The reason I haven't bought it is because it's 100% margin maintenance. And so this would require me to use 100% of my own capital to purchase this. Okay, whereas for example, with Spyi or even Qqqi, as you guys can see, this is 25% margin maintenance. And the market value here is over $100,000. So I own over $100,000 worth of Spyi. But currently, I own it for only $26,000. So $26,000 allows me to own $100,000 worth of Spyi, because this is 25% maintenance ratio, okay, or margin maintenance, because I'm using margin. I'm using a certain amount of margin, okay. And so, as you guys can see, this is my money, and you guys can see here the buying power over $300,000, which I'm only using about a little bit over 30% of my margin, and about a 70% buffer. I know that I can use a lot more, but I don't really want to use much more than that. I want to keep it at about 30%, or using about 30%. I think that's a fairly safe amount to use, and it's a sufficient amount to be able to generate over $5,000 per month. In my opinion, that's a fairly good amount. Of course, none of this is financial advice. All of this is for entertainment purposes only. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate it. If you guys got any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Any questions, any comments, anything you want to share. If you got information about a new ETF that I'm not aware of, please share it. Let me know about it, especially if it pays a dividend on a monthly basis or on a weekly basis. So thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great one. God bless. Catch you in the next video. Bye.